Okay, everyone. So let's start this webinar. So, hello, I'm Samudrika, and I'm the client partner at Global Market Estimates. And I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. I hope and believe that each one of you will benefit from our today's session. So, we will be discussing about the global internet of medical things market in a few moments. But before that, let me, inform you all that a recorded version of this webinar will be shared via email. So you all can refer to our key speakers, actionable insights, and valuable findings whenever you want. And your suggestions and inputs are much welcome and appreciated. So before we begin our webinar. Let me, brief you all about global market estimates a bit. So we are a market research and a business consulting company having a proven track record of helping 80% of Fortune 2000 companies since years now. Global Market Estimates has always believed in providing our clients with high quality and premium advisory services. And with a vision to transform the market research industry, we are driving Global Market Estimates towards a perfect integration of technology, innovation, and excellence. So, moreover, we are on the verge of introducing disruptive technology platforms in the market research space. Now, if you can allow me a couple of minutes to discuss the flow of the webinar, please. In the meanwhile, you all can check the chat box where we'll be sharing our contact us form so that you can let us know about the reports you're interested in, and our team will get in touch with you. Okay. We'll begin this webinar with, a brief about benefits and bonuses of attending today's webinar, then followed by global market estimates, introduction of our company, who we are, what we do, etc. Followed by what makes us unique and GME's capability in Internet of Medical Things and insights by our key speaker. Thereafter, we'll be discussing we'll taking the questions. So there will be a Q&A session. Along with this, there will be an announcement of some complimentary reports and additional bonus worth 1,500 US dollar for all the participants who choose to stay connected till the end of the webinar. This is just a small goodwill gesture for all your precious time. And then we'll conclude the webinar. So first and foremost, thank you for devoting your valuable time to this webinar. Since you have expressed your interest in this webinar, I believe you would like to know, more about the subject, and hence each and every attendee will receive a complimentary executive summary of our global Internet of Medical Things report in next 48 hours. So this summary will provide a short overview of the important insights, trends, and forecasts about Internet of Medical Things market. We will share the contact us form in the chat box, as I mentioned earlier. You all can fill that form to connect with us, or you can also go to the website, the company website, and request for a sample, and we'll send the executive summary of the report with you. As part of our commitment to facilitate knowledge sharing, we also offer live Q&A sessions with our key speaker. So this interactive session allows you to engage directly with our industry expert, gain valuable insights, and clarify any doubts you may have regarding the Internet of Medical Things market. And furthermore, attendees will also have the opportunity to determine tomorrow's high growth markets today. So this implies that the webinar will cover emerging niche markets within the Internet of Medical Things and that have a significant growth potential. Also, by identifying these markets in advance, attendees can position themselves strategically to capitalize on future opportunities. Not only on that, the webinar will also provide insights into the Internet of Medical Things sector. Our key speaker, Pooja, will share her expertise and knowledge about emerging technologies within the Internet of Medical Things. And I'm sure this information will help all the attendees stay ahead of the curve and make informed decisions regarding the adoption of future technologies. I think that's a bonus you wouldn't want to miss on. So are you all excited to learn about today's session? I'm sure you all are, because I am definitely. So let's move ahead and begin our webinar. So Pooja, yes, thank you so much for the slide. So let's talk about global market estimates a bit. Who we are, what do we do, how do we do, and whom do we really serve? So we are a revenue impact company, and we demonstrate the latent demand for you and for your clients. that can lead to better planning of go to market and can justify ROI with target clients. We tell our clients where, what their current revenue mix should be and what the future revenue should mix should be in the coming next 3 to 5 years. We also help accelerate focus and decisions by 6 to 12 months, and the impact of what we do is a minimum of $100 million for every $1 billion of current revenues. Now, what do we do actually? So, we solve connected problems. We use a decision making platform and a pool of 100 plus researchers and analysts to connect some very complex dots. So, we have researched 25,000 high growth niche markets in the last 6 years and have the world's most detailed view of connected and converged ecosystems. So we use this to study the impact of disruptions and technology, mega trends on industry, business models, our clients' business, business, their clients' business, and their clients' client business. So you must be thinking, how do we do? So enterprises more often than not work in silos, and we implement our advice by working with several departments on how revenue impact and future revenue mix should be managed. This could be, helping marketing team segment, target, and position. This could be helping sales team with accounting, planning, and messaging. Could also be helping product management understand future focus areas. Could be supporting CMI and M&A teams identify partners and M&A targets. So, all our annuity model is a powerful way to engage with us. Now, whom do we really serve? So I feel so proud to say this that with every quarter we are becoming more widely used by our clients. So over 30,000 company officers approach us annually to solve simple and complex problems. And we believe that every single company in the world should work with us, and our target is to be $1 billion company in the next 3 years. And that is the reason why we have been lately approached by various venture capitalist firm across the globe. So, Pooja, can you please move to the next slide now? Let's just show, our participants what makes us unique. So, we have been in the consulting business for more than 6 years, and we're becoming more and more confident as, CXOs of top Fortune 2000 companies are using our reports to upscale their business to understand the growth strategy of the industry. And our robust research methodology is something we and our clients can vouch for. And not only that, we also provide our clients with strategic opportunity and attractiveness analysis, which includes hot revenue pockets, market attractiveness score, business strategy priority. You can also know about high growth states or city, which would help you to focus on the specific states or areas. Our report will also cover the four quadrant competitive positioning matrix. This is a very important benchmark to understand the company's position in the market. Will also, our reports will also cover a detailed competitive analysis along with the consumer analysis. And then it will also cover the strategic insights across business functions for CEOs, for chief marketing officers, and for, chief strategy officers as well. Last but not the least, with the help of our actionable insights, you can also evaluate the potential of your existing business lines versus new lines to enter into. So as you can see in the slide as well, we are faster than our competitors when it comes to niche high growth markets. We provide a greater granularity in market segmentation for each of our reports. And in areas where other research firms are catching up, we are far ahead in the learning curve and provide more granular data. And of course, the quick turnaround time with efficient results is our topmost priority. Lastly, our research is done with a single objective to help organizations like you to grow their revenues through effective decision making. Now, and definitely we'll be happy to share our company profile in the chat box for you to better understand our growth strategies. Now, I would request Ms. Pooja Malge Kulshrestha, who's the lead analyst for the Internet of Things industry, to share some actionable insights covered in this report. So over to you, Pooja.
Thank you so much, Samudrika, and greetings, esteemed attendees. It is my pleasure to introduce myself as Pooja Malge Kulshrestha, the lead analyst for today's webinar. where we'll be diving into a very captivating topic, namely global Internet of Medical Things. I know this sounds a bit heavy, but it's one of the most interesting and most new topic which the healthcare industry as a whole is facing. So, in this engaging session, we will be discussing about the dynamic landscape of the market, where the fusion of interconnected devices, for example, the at-home diabetes monitoring devices, or you can say your BP monitoring devices, and the latest is also thyroid monitoring devices. So such devices, the advanced analytics or probably the softwares and the real-time data analysis promise to reshape the entire future of healthcare delivery. So, in order to assess the entire report and the revenue status and the trends of the market, we have analyzed historical data from 2020 to 22, as well as conducted a forecast analysis for the years of 2023 and 28. So this comprehensive time frame allows us to gain insights into the market's past performance and project its future behavior. So we have also identified some of the key competitors, and so we don't only have the manufacturing devices or device providing companies, but we also have software providers as well as platform providers in this entire ecosystem who provide valuable insights and are well positioned in the market. So, additionally, the report highlights and the latest trends, challenges, market drivers, opportunities, which are impacting both positively and negatively, are all mentioned in our report. Um, I'll just move on to the next slide, which talks more about the Internet of Medical Things. Talk about the definition. So, the Internet of Medical Things is nothing but the very beautiful integration of internet, or you can say technology, with the healthcare devices, healthcare systems, the insurance industry, as well as the patient or bedside monitoring industries. So, to dive in, before I speak more about medical devices and as well as the integration of internet, I would like to explain a basic and structure of how we came up with the research. So our research methodology does not only provide a comprehensive understanding of the market landscape, but also helps to identify strategic opportunities within the industry, both for the supply as well as the manufacturing side and the end user side. By combining the rigorous data which we collect and in-depth analysis, market insights, and methodology, and enables us to uncover valuable strategic opportunities that can drive the growth and success of the market. So we have a very basic four-step analysis method, which I'll be explaining in detail. The first being the secondary research. So we have an exclusive access to total of more than 40 plus databases, which includes Bloomberg, Factiva, Statista, and many more, that helps us to find the initial data or initial numbers regarding the market. So the second being is the primary research, one of the most important step, because here we have a very intimate discussion, very close discussion with people who are involved in the market, and we conduct around 250 to 300 primary interviews with the leaders and key people in the entire market. The third being is the expert panel. So we have an in-house expert panel of around 50 panelists with around 2 decades of experience ranging in all the industries, and to be, for example, in the healthcare industry as well. So these experts are a go-to knowledge tank where we have a brainstorming session with them to understand the market numbers and the market behavior. And lastly, we also contact or are in touch with our paid local experts. So these are local contacts across the globe, not only situated in the specific countries, but across the globe, who get us the insights about the market for each region. So that's how we boil down to the regional and the country level analysis. So they work as a contractual employees with us and provide us with those information which is not available otherwise or in the secondary resource. Coming back to the Internet of Medical Things, as I mentioned earlier, it does sound like a very heavy word, but it is simply the merger of medical devices, right from a bedside monitoring device to a device which can probably scan the entire patient and would require a lot of expertise to run that. So the merger of medical devices and technologies, which include wearable devices, which has become a buzz right now, remote monitoring systems. Again, COVID-19 has initiated the use of remote monitoring systems, smart implants, medical imaging devices, medication management system, for example, pill reminders, we have apps and softwares for bill reminder as well, and healthcare software applications, which could include right from nursing management to patient room management to even your Medicare or your insurance management. So these devices and systems are integrated with the connectivity features such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other cellular networks. So the primary goal of IoMT is to literally leverage the power of connectivity and data analytics to enable better healthcare outcomes, increase patient engagement, one of the first most priorities, and then obviously optimize healthcare delivery. And the most important thing is to manage and maintain healthcare data, which is the next, you can say, dollar in the coming future, the data. IoMT also enables real-time patient monitoring, monitoring their vitals, their predictive analysis in terms of disease prevention and treatment, early interventions, and medication adherence tracking. So these are the applications because of which IoMT is kind of penetrating into the market. There are four key aspects to it, as you all can see on the PPT. We have Internet of Medical Things and connected devices, connectivity, data analytics, security, privacy, and some of the other technologies which are part of the ecosystem. So, so there are various stakeholders which are involved in offering these variables, which come together and form a IoT, IoMT market, that is the Internet of Medical Things. Uh, when we talk about security and privacy, with the sensitivity of nature of healthcare data, a lot of security measures are essential to protect the patient privacy and ensure data integrity. So, in encryption, access controls, and compliance with the regulatory standards, which is one of the most important and priority step for any IoMT provider, and as well as Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. These information are very critical and are very useful for the IoMT ecosystem, and hence security and privacy is also part of the entire chain of the IoMT. Moving on to the next slide. So yes, let's dive into the market numbers of IoMT. So the market size, as per our analysis, is expected to grow from around $115 billion in 2023 to around $335 billion in 2028, which is a massive amount uh, for an healthcare product to healthcare industry to emerge. And the growth rate will be of around 23%, 23.8% from 2023 to 28, which is again the most captivating reason for which why many investors and stakeholders are interested in this market. So, to talk about the reasons or the drivers or positive factors which are influencing the market, so the IoMT market is fueled by the advancements in technology, leading to real-time patient monitoring and remote care, improved patient outcomes, and early disease detections and personalized treatment plans. I'll just mention in bold, or you can say in exclamatory marks, that personalized treatment plans and early disease detection are the primary aim for any IoMT company post COVID-19. So, hence, these two are the primary drivers of the market. Furthermore, cost reduction and efficiencies are also the important aspect for streamlining the process. And thirdly, the aging population clubbed with the increasing chronic disease, the IOMT really helps to continuously monitor and give a personalized care for heavily populated countries such as Asia Pacific, countries like India, Japan, China, and so on. Regulatory support and standards also further drive the market, which also ensure data privacy and interoperability. So, overall, these factors are helping to reshape the entire healthcare industry and offer top notch patient care, which is another priority for even the end users. Let's move on to the next slide. Yes. So, before I explain about this slide, I would like to mention that before explaining any market, we break down the market in various segments or variables, we can say, which define the market's product. So, for an Internet of Medical Things market, the product is a software, a hardware, or it can be a service, and hence the component segment. When it comes to the application segment, or you can say the type of platform segment, the market, or you can say the type of software, the market is divided into device management, application management, and cloud management. When it comes to application or the uses of the IoMT market, we have segmented the market on body devices, healthcare providers, home use and medical devices, and community. And when it comes to end users, probably the sole users or the sole target of any IoMT company, the market is segmented based on hospitals, clinics, research institutes, and home care. So, while explaining any market and their market sizes, we break down and get into the details of the market based on how they are presented, for what application they are presented, and what technology they're using, and for what particular end user are they have they been offered. So how is the information useful for a person who wants to understand more about the market? So when we talk about the component scope, we have hardware, software, and services. So among these, hardware is a leading market segment, or you can say the hardware segment has the most amount of revenue jotted as compared to the other segments. The reason being is increasing adoption of connected devices and wearables, right from your Apple Watches to your period tracking apps. So there are many apps and many devices which are directly given to the consumers. So hence the hardware segment plays an important role and hence has a larger share in the market. The second chart talks about the product penetration, as in the platform penetration. So we can see that the device management is currently dominating the market with the highest revenue. So the increasing demand for streamlined management of data and control of numerous connected devices. So not only a watch is in use, but a watch and the app is also used, and hence a device management platform is also important in the entire IoEMT ecosystem. Followed by the next segment, the next chart talks about the application of the use of the IoMT market. So, in this, the on-body devices, which is also equal to a wearable device, that is the fastest and as well as the largest market. And this can be attributed to the growing adoption of wearable devices at both healthcare settings and as well as at the bedside patient monitoring settings or at an individual level. So, lastly, the end users. When we talk about the end users, which segment is the largest? Hospital segment is the largest, and the individual consumers is the fastest growing market. So, this is the result of dominance of the end user segment in the current market, and that's how we try to explain how a product is behaving when it comes to various applications, technologies, the form in which they're presented in the market, and for what kind of end users. So let's move on to the next slide and talk about the key stakeholders. So, uh, not only medical device manufacturers are involved in the entire ecosystem, but also software developers, cloud platform providers are also strategically integrated, and they come together with their capabilities and take a collaborative step to leverage their synergies between their expertise. So by joining forces, they aim to enhance the interoperability, develop innovative solutions, and create seamless healthcare experiences that drive better patient outcome and improve the overall healthcare ecosystem. So, device manufacturers are the one who design and produce the connected devices, while software developers are the ones who create the application and platform for a data analysis. So, for example, if you consider an Apple Watch, so the Apple probably let's consider Apple Watch being the hardware provider of the entire product. So, Apple would be preparing the watch, and probably some other software provider would be developing the software which goes into the Apple Watch, and that's how the IoMT device, a typical IoMT device, is formed. Uh, Next is the network service provider, and that is again, it could be any of the service providers which support data syncing and data management, right from the device to the software and then to the application. So, followed by data analytics. The product is worn by the patient, but the back-end calculations, the management, the data analysis is also a key role, has plays a key role, and hence the companies also come in picture, the ones who do the data analytics. So they extract valuable insights, system integrators facilitate component integration, and so on. Lastly, end user organizations like us, hospitals, clinics also utilize these IoMT solutions. So, To give a brief example, recently in the month of March, Nvidia announced that they have partnered with Medtronic. So Medtronic is the largest healthcare technology provider. So this partnership has come to a beginning because of the accelerated information which the AI platform can derive from the healthcare data system. And this collaboration is had an aim to develop innovative AI-based solutions that will enhance patient care and improve healthcare outcomes. Another example, another very interesting example, that was in the month of January 2022, that is last year. Johnson and Johnson partnered with Microsoft to enhance and expand its secure digital surgery ecosystem. Not only medical device or patient monitoring, but IoMT is also crawling and going towards the we can say AI driven or digitalized surgeries, and hence this partnership. So, in order to take advantage of the power of Microsoft Cloud, the company aimed to drive innovations and improve the workflow of any surgery as well as the surgical decision making process, which is one of the primary reasons for the entire integration. This also helped them to enhance the customer experience and improve a patient and economic outcomes. So these are the two major examples which really are interesting when it comes to the merger of two worlds, one being the hardware provider, the other being software or a platform provider. As you can see, we have the list of device companies ranging from Cardinal to Medtronic to Johnson and Johnson, which I recently mentioned, Abbott, Boston Scientific, and so on. And subsequently, we also have software providers like AWS, SAP, Salesforce, and many other big giants. And cloud providers also. Most importantly, the Google Cloud as well as the IBM Cloud, who are the market leaders as of now. Yeah. So the explanation about why these companies are coming together is the major reason is to bring out the expertise of two different variables into a product. So investments, R&D, product development, operational efficiency improvements, except all of these together are called as organic growth strategies, and these are undertaken by the companies. Whereas inorganic strategies, which I recently mentioned, which are mergers and acquisitions, strategic partnerships, and outsourcing and contract manufacturing process, are also witnessed in this particular market, considering the fact that there are various players and types of players in the market. So these strategies leverage technological advancements and address industry challenges to unlock the full potential of IoMT. Challenges could be that there is cost efficiency or cost issues when it comes to a device manufacturer to even start a software segment, and hence they outsource the same. Followed by collaborative partnerships with research institutes to understand the importance or to the need or the gap analysis of whether it is required or not. For example, uh, when the world was witnessing the increasing prevalence of diabetes, many companies, including Medtronic, came up with these products, which are called as bedside or you can say portable diabetes management products. Now, because there is a lot of demand and people are facing diabetes related issues, the market came up with a product, and hence they are addressing the same issue, which requires a continuous monitoring. Followed by a patient centric approach, which is also a priority for all these stakeholders, personalized care plans, and remote patient monitoring. So we'll move on to the next slide, which will talk deep dive into the regional analysis. Um, we're talking about medical devices, we're talking about network, we're talking about cloud. All these topics are they have their giant present in North America, especially in the United States. As you can see, North America is the largest shareholder with around 38.5% revenue share in the entire market, followed by US. When it comes to the country analysis, 24% or 25%, almost 25% is uh, taken by US in terms of the entire Internet of Medical Things market. So, what is the reason which are driving the entire ecosystem? It could be the awareness of on-body devices or wearable devices. Number one, number two, the presence of all the companies in that region. Number three, rapidly increasing lifestyle disorders and population, and seamless understanding and adoption of all these products, even by the masses, the common masses, as well as the healthcare system. Now we are talking about North America, but Our report also dwells a lot into other countries, which are around 14 plus 15 plus odd countries, where we talk about various specific drivers. So for example, if US is driven by the fact that there are many companies stayed in the same country, the probably the driver for a, let's say, for an India or for a China is different, and hence the report talks in detail about other countries as well. For example, let's talk a bit more about Asia Pacific. Um, Internet of Medical Things, the entire focus of all the stakeholders is on how they can uh, get into the or penetrate into the Asia Pacific market with a very huge pool of patient population. Again, when it comes to the country analysis, India is known to be the fastest growing country as per our analysis, and China will be the leading country when it comes to revenue share or contribution. And the Chinese market is anticipated to be around 24.25 billion dollars, and the growth rate is around 28.5%. So this talks a lot about how a developing country or a developing nation could be the next future, or could be the future of all the manufacturing companies, software companies, and cloud platforms. Uh, the other major reason is cheap or cost effective labor, which the Asia Pacific countries offer, and the need. Probably the gap is really more than how much the gap is in a US or in a Canada or in a Mexico. So when it comes to gap analysis, yes, Asia Pacific is the leading contributor for that. Um, so to conclude, Internet of Medical Things is something which each company is looking forward to. They have started coming up with wearables, right from a patient-centric monitoring to even imaging a patient and then analyzing their data and cross, you can say, cross selling it to the other doctors or other healthcare providers using the cloud platforms. So be it North America, be it Asia Pacific, IoMT will be the future, which will be streamlining the data of the entire healthcare ecosystem. So, thank you all for hearing me out with this exciting topic, and I hope you found the session very informative and insightful. Now, I invite you to actively engage in the question and answer round, and please feel free to ask questions in the chat box. Over to you, Samudrika.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pooja, for this wonderful presentation. I'm pretty confident that our attendees will, put this to good use. And so all of you, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the webinar, post the Q&A round, I'll be happy to disclose the additional discounts worth 1,500 US dollar for all the participants who chose to stay connected till the end of the webinar. So stay connected, and let's see if we have any questions, and we'll begin the Q&A round. I'm just waiting for, okay. Okay. So let me take the first question. Okay. So the first question is from Mr. Luis. So he's asking, do you have any information about how the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi technology could affect the people wearing these devices?
Well, thank you so much for the question, Mr. Luis. We are talking more about the revenue analysis of these devices and these connectivity platforms. So the entire report talks about how they are impacting the market when it comes in terms of revenue and growth rate. Moving on to the qualitative analysis, yes, we do have information about how it is impacting people who are constantly wearing these devices, but there's a slight difference in wearing a constant wearable device on your body and a difference in a patient undergoing an ultrasound or MRI for merely 50 to 5 to 10 minutes. So the exposure to such you can say connectivity is much lesser when it comes to serious medical diagnosis. However, yes, there are concerns about constant the constantly wearing patches diabetes patches or these watches. But yes, our report explains about how it can impact the demand, or you can say the rejection of the product in the market.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pooja, for answering that question. Let me just see if we have different, other questions. Okay, so we have one more question, and Ms. Neetu is asking that. So she's asking, how do emerging technologies such as, artificial intelligence and machine learning influence the development and adoption of IoMT solutions?
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Neetu, for the question. Yes, AI and ML do form the basis of the entire IoMT ecosystem. So these emerging technologies have profound impact on the development and adoption of IoMT solutions, and they enable the analysis. So basically, they are the brains behind the analysis of the entire healthcare data and uncovering the patterns and generating valuable insights. So even if you check your if even if you check a pendant which tracks your heart rate, you will get your analysis in the form of a graph or in the form of a very beautiful pie chart. So that is nothing but the work done by AI and as well as ML. So yes, so these two really have a bigger you can say impact on how the data has to be presented in the interface of the product.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, let me just. Okay, I can see that attendees are raising their hands. So let me just wait for a while. And don't worry, all the participants, don't worry about that if in case we don't pick any question today, because sometime due to the time constraint, it will be difficult for us to pick all the questions, but definitely we'll be happy to answer them. So if not today, we'll answer it post this. Maybe we already have your email address and contact details, so we'll definitely answer them. We'll share an email with you. Mm. Okay. All right, so let me just pick this one. So I have Andy, and he's asking, how does the Internet of Medical Things contribute to the transformation of healthcare delivery and patient outcomes on a global scale?
Very
You wanted
interesting.
to repeat? Yeah, okay.
No, no, no. This the interesting question really right comes to me. So yeah, so the IoMT industry has a potential to revolutionize the healthcare delivery and improve patient outcomes by enabling patient real-time monitoring. So these facilitate proactive intervention and timely care, which is again the most important factor in the healthcare industry right now, leading to early detection of health issues and improved management of chronic conditions. So remote healthcare delivery through IoMT allows patients to access medical devices, medical services from their home, sitting at their comfort zone, and increase the convenience and reduce the burden on healthcare system entirely. So, yeah, personalized treatment and real-time patient monitoring are the two major outcomes on a global scale of IoMT into the delivery market.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for that, Pooja. So
Welcome.
I think yeah, we'll wrap up the Q&A round because I can see that we have time limit here. So as I mentioned earlier, that any question which is left, definitely will answer them post this webinar, and definitely will contact you. And don't worry about the queries that you have asked. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session. And as we reach the final stage of our exhilarating webinar, we would like to take a moment to express our gratitude for all your active participation and enthusiasm throughout this insightful event. We hope you have enjoyed the discussions and definitely gain valuable knowledge on the role of Internet of Medical Things. But this doesn't end here. As I promised, we have an exciting announcement to make. As a token of appreciation for your decision and engagement, we're thrilled to offer 10 hours of complimentary analyst support to address your immediate research needs. This will be absolutely free, and you all can, connect with us for any business queries. Uh, and definitely will help you. Will try to assist you, with the relevant, answers and reports. And also, please feel free to drop us an email on sales@globalmarketestimates.com with your immediate research requirements. We'll also share our contact us form in the chat box so that you all can, share your requirements with us and we'll assist you. Of course, as I promised, we'll share the executive summary with you, which will help you to determine tomorrow's high growth markets today. You all can learn about the emerging niche markets within the Internet of Medical Things that have significant growth potential. And by identifying these markets ahead of time, you can also strategically position yourself to capitalize on future opportunities. And if you wish to purchase the whole report, which you must because it's very high, valuable to your business, there will be a 10% flat discount if you do it, before the end of the day today. So you all can, choose which kind of reports you're interested in, and definitely you can connect with us. In addition, we would also increase the 10 hours of analyst help that I promised at the beginning to 100 hours, which would be absolutely free. So there won't be any additional charges for that. And you can, check for the, reports that you're interested or in our company website, or as I mentioned, you can drop us an email at sales@globalmarketestimates.com, or else in the chat box we have given the contact us form as well, so you can fill in your details and we will connect with you. So that's all for today, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to your email. So thank you so much for everyone, and thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Pooja, for such a wonderful session.
Thank you, Samrika. Thank you, everyone.